Hello students, good morning. Once again I welcome you in class 6 English. Now, as you all know that this is a term 1 syllabus is going on. Our chapter 6 which is already complete, right? Already complete. It means apart the textual part, the grammar portion is remaining. Now, in this chapter, your grammar is complex sentences. Now, first of all, you have confusion that sir, you taught in first chapter the kinds of sentences like declarative, then interrogative, exclamatory, right? Imperative. And you told us that these are the kinds of sentences. Now, what is the meaning of complex sentence? Now, apart from the sentence, also divided into three parts. One is simple, second is complex, and third one is compound. Right? These three kinds of also the sentences, and in between I taught you this topic and which is known as complex sentences. Now complex sentences means what? It means exactly a clause. Now you have a doubt, sir, what is the meaning of clause? So might be you had remember that in first chapter I taught you, right? The sentence also divided into two parts. One is phrase and second one is clause, right? The sentence also divided into two parts. This, right? So number one is clause and number two is phrase. Now phrase, both are, I told you, now what is the meaning of phrase and what is the meaning of clause, but quickly I revised both the things. Quickly revised, right? Now, phrase means what? A group of words. Now, clause is also a group of words. So, you have a doubt, sir, if both are the group of words, then what is the difference between them? So, here it is incomplete. Incomplete sense, while here complete sense, right? It is an incomplete sense while here a complete sense. Second, no subject or verb, while here a subject verb with finite verb. Now you have a doubt saying, now what is the meaning of finite verb? That means I told you that all the modal auxiliaries, it means do, does, did, is, am, are, was, were, have, has, had, shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, need, ought, dare. These all words are known as finite verb. Here the using of preposition, while here a using of conjunction, right? For example, on the table. Now, is there any complete sense? If I say on the table, now what, who, why, is there any complete sense? So, no. Here no complete sense. If I am give the example, that is a boy who wear a red hat is my brother. Now see this thing, that is a boy, it is a one sentence, who wear a red hat is my brother. Now see, it shows the complete sentence, that is a boy, वो लड़का है, who, suppose I ask you that, who is your brother? So the answer is, who wear a red hat is my brother. So this is, it makes a complete sense. So it makes a complete sense. Now in this topic, what are the things that you have to learn that I will teach you? Now exactly the clause divided into the three part: noun, adjective, adverb. But this time you had not, you are not teaching, this is not in your syllabus. Now in your syllabus is that you have to identify main clause, subordinate clause and subordinate conjunction. Now remember, the clause should be joined by a subordinate conjunction. It's compulsory, and it is a basic rule of your clause. So first of all, clause, right? As I told you that it is divided into two parts. We call it main or independent. Independent. And second one is subordinate or dependent. Right? Dependent. We call it dependent also. Now, these both conjunction, these two sentences, both are joined by subordinate conjunction. Now, which are the subordinate conjunction? So, who, that, which, right, where, these are known as subordinate conjunction. Suppose if I talk about main clause, right, you may sit, right, you may sit. As I told you that it has a subject, a clause has a subject and a verb. So you is a subject, sit is a verb, and also told you there should be a one finite verb. 9, it is a finite verb. So it is a complete sense. It is a complete sense. But another thing is subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. So subordinate clause means what? That is dependent on another clause, right? The word, this group of the words dependent on another word. Suppose if I say that you may sit, I am saying that you like, right? So this is a subject and this is a verb, but it is not make complete sense. So we need one conjunction. So we join these two sentences with the help of wherever, right? So it is your subordinate conjunction. See that you may say wherever you like. So it makes all this sentence makes your complete sense. Another example I also give you. Leave the key with the security guard before going into class. This is a clause, here it is a clause, which is, this is a main while it is a subordinate. But if I am saying that leave the key with the security guard, now it is a complete sense. Going into class, is there any complete sense? No. There is a no complete sense. That's why we use before. Now with the help of before, we identify that it makes the complete sense. So students, in your exercise, same thing you have to do. Here also one thing, in your textbook there is one example. Maybe he has brought something special for lunch that he doesn't want to share. Now see that, main clause. Here once another example also. Maybe he brought something special for lunch. Here another sentence, he doesn't want to share. Right? So students, here also he is a subject, brought is your verb. So here he is a subject, want is your verb, it is a finite verb. So both the sentence, right? He doesn't want to share. It is also complete sense. Here also makes the complete sense. Right? Now it is your main, it is your subordinate. But something is missing in this sentence. Right? Something is missing in this sentence and we want to join this sentence. But how? You can use that what. If you write the answer, maybe he brought something special for lunch. What he doesn't want to share. Do you think that it is a complete sense? It is a perfect meaning of this sentence. If I am saying that what, it is a complete sense. If I am saying that which, do you think it is a complete sense? Which he doesn't want to share. Might be little bit somewhere it is a okay. But the final word is that he doesn't want to share it. Now it makes a complete sense of the sentences. So students, remember that clauses means what? Number one, that it has a subject and verb with the finite verb and it makes the complete sense. Number two, it is connected by subordinate conjunction. Number three, main clause and subordinate clause always joined by its subordinate conjunction, and with the help of conjunction you can join these sentences. So this is your complex sentences grammar topic. Okay, I hope you understand very well. With the help of the solving of exercise you can understand very well. Thank you student.